Hello and welcome back to the Orlando Adventures podcast. I'm your host, Russ, and today I am joined by another absolute legend. Someone in this community is so supportive of everyone. We have got the brilliant Lew from Lew And Mill. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good, mate. How are you?
I'm nervous. We've just spoken, but now it's just getting used to being on a podcast. It feels weird, but
That's
I'm
it.
excited.
I know it, but at the same time, like, we're just going to talk about something fun, someone we both enjoy. Talk about, mate, Orlando. You just come back, and I know, like, we'll get into it. We're going to get into your trip and all that kind of good stuff. But before we do that, who are Lew And Mill? Because that is your Instagram, that's your YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So we're just like an average couple, really. Nothing special. From you probably heard of Stoke.
I mean, obviously, I've spoken to you about Stoke. I didn't know a lot about Stoke other than Rory Delap used to have a long throw in. That was about
mate, back in the day. So yeah, I'm in Alsage, which is in like Cheshire kind of way, and Mill lives over proper Stoke side. And we just like going to Florida and on other holidays. I'll be honest, it's mainly me more than Millie that's like the Orlando. Like every holiday has to be Orlando, whereas Mill kind of wants to explore different places. So that's very shortly, that's what we are.
Love that. Here for it. What kind of made you start the Instagram? Because the Instagram came first, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be honest, I don't know. Because obviously, if you know like anything about me, the first vlogs are like from Menorca, so it's like nothing to do with Orlando. But like, I'd always been watching vlogs from different people and like seeing people's Instagrams. Yeah, and I just thought, you know what? Why not? Everyone, it seems like such a nice community, so why not just put your own things out and see what people think and make new friends, which we have, which is amazing. Which we'll get on to, including yourself. So yeah, it's great. It's an amazing community, and I just thought I want to do it.
Yeah, no, good man. And then from that, you kind of stemmed from Instagram to YouTube. So like, where did the YouTube kind of start then? What made you go, I want to document trips?
It was such a what's the right word? I don't know how to describe it. Like what's the word where you just impulsive? It was such an impulsive thing. So obviously we were going. I'd done the Instagram, and then like 2 weeks before we went to Menorca, I was like to Mel, right, I'm vlogging this. So all right, because I'll be honest, we're both such introverts. Yeah, is that why you're just not really very sociable?
Yeah, it's where you're not that out there, not gonna like express personality loads, all that kind of stuff.
Both were shocking for it. So we were both like, oh God, what have we signed ourselves up to? And you go out and you buy like a Pocket 3, which is like a super expensive camera. Yeah. And you don't know what you're doing with it. And you're like, oh God, what have I can't go back now. So yeah, I just thought, you know what, why not? Go out my comfort zone, which is what it's about really, isn't it? And enjoying yourself. And yeah, I went to Menorca, vlogged that, felt all right. And then you watch back your first vlogs and you're like, oh my goodness. And I'm like repeating myself, and my keyword was like absolutely amazing. I think I was saying that like in every sentence.
I won't worry about it. I've done it for 130 episodes of the podcast.
We've got the photo as well, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly, mate. Like I can do anything, and I can just keep repeating it.
That pose is iconic from you now.
I've got to do it every time. There you go.
But no, so that's pretty much how it happened, and like being inspired by different vloggers. That's just it's weird from going from watching vloggers to like trying to do it yourself. It's completely different.
Have you got any content creators in particular who kind of like did inspire you to pick the camera up yourself?
Oh, wow. There's so many. I don't feel bad leaving people out.
I know. I mean, there is loads. Yeah.
I'll be honest, straight up front. The people that I watched loads were the Lodge guys and their Lodge trips, their Florida trips.
Yeah.
Originally, like they were. I just found their vlogs, like the way they edited them, quite decent and quite informative, because that's what I like about a vlog. If it's, I mean, I'll watch anything, but the informative vlogs where they'll show you new places that you can go and like how to use an eSIM, for example, like when you're over there. Yeah, them kind of vlogs. And then obviously, as I got into this community more, I found out about more people like Danny and Vicky, and I'll shout them out because they're so supportive, which you know obviously yourself. From Roll On, and who else is there? Oh, there's so many. I'm forgetting people now. You'll know who. We all watch the same people. Everyone who listens to this podcast will listen to the same people and watch the same people.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, isn't it? It's a really good space, and just happy to be in it now.
Amazing community. It really is. And how do you both find kind of vlogging in Orlando specifically? Well,
it's funny you say that, because we'll go on to this in a minute. So it's more me that kind of does everything around like the channel and stuff. Because as I said, like we're both being so introverted, but Mill she's worse than me. So I kind of put myself out there as much as I can feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Whereas Mill's like the kind of shy one. And so I guess coming on to it, I'll be honest, we didn't actually end up vlogging this trip, except for like a nice video that I put out now, which on the last couple of days I put out, like started vlogging. Well, it wasn't even a vlog. I mean, I don't know if you've managed to watch it yet. Or
I haven't got around to anyone's vlogs yet.
No, I don't blame you.
Over the weekend, I absolutely will. Over the bank holiday,
it's just like a nice little ASMR style, like just walking down Magic Kingdom, and it makes you feel like you're there.
Nice, love that.
But basically, long story short is, this trip, I'd gone with the full intention of vlogging, as you know. Yeah. Vlogged it, like the premiering before the flight, vlogged the flight, vlogged getting into Orlando Airport, and then like driving to the hotel from the Uber from MCO. I just kind of, because it's more, as I said, it's more me that's doing the vlogging. I kind of felt bad that I was doing it on the holiday for Mill, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And I didn't want to ruin Mill's holiday, if you know what I mean. I know that sounds like Mill controls me.
No, like but at the same time, like I do get it, and this is an interesting conversation, because obviously I have this chat with everyone about how do you find vlogging, and everyone is always like, yeah, I love it, and like it's amazing, and like, you know, I wouldn't do a trip without it. But at the same time, that there is a flip side. There's always a flip side, and I think the fact that you're being honest about it and going, you know what, maybe there is more to my trip than just doing a vlog. And like, you know, like I think that's different people, isn't it? Yeah, so I think 100%. Like 100%. Like I see where you're coming from, and like, you know, these trips cost a lot of money. Like there's no argument. So
that's what it was. To be fair, that was literally what it was down to. It was not down to like the money or anything, but it's like this was originally going to be the last trip. Yeah, Mill thinks. Don't let her hear that. Don't let her hear that. So like we'll go on to it. Like we went all out on it, and I wanted to vlog. Yeah, but I didn't at the same time. Yeah. So like I was kind of like overthinking it, and I've been talking to like other vloggers and stuff, and I was telling them like I just felt really nervous, and they're like, "Oh, just go for it," and you won't. Which in the end, on the last couple of days when I pulled out the camera, it felt natural. Yeah. And like no one was looking at you. Everyone, I saw multiple people doing it. I saw yourself doing it in the wild. Yeah, mate, I didn't see you out there. Mate, so many times we were walking in the opposite direction. But yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to almost have the habit of thinking about throughout the whole trip. Yeah, I've got to get the camera out and do this. But it's one of them. Next time when we go, I'm going to do it 100% because of how them last 2 days felt to me. But yeah, we had an amazing trip either way. You can't let a camera dictate how your holiday is going to be. That's in my opinion. That's it. And I think it is certainly a question for people who potentially have never vlogged. Does vlogging affect your trip? Because I think I think that it can go both ways. Yeah, definitely. I think that you can basically go into it and go, I am doing this trip to vlog, and that is it.
or you can go, I'm going to do the trip and the vlog is an extension of it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. What I went into the trip thinking, is the vlogging going to interrupt the trip? Which then played on my mind. And then I'm
yeah,
feeling bad for Mill. And then I'm overthinking it. And then obviously, as I keep saying, like the last couple of days when I pulled it out and Mill, I think Mill felt more comfortable as well. And then I'm kicking myself and I'm thinking, oh, why did I not do this?
but that's also hindsight. And what I will say for anyone who wants to do a vlog, probably the most nerve-wracking bit, and don't get me wrong, I'm a fairly confident guy. I'm prepared to pick the camera up anywhere.
Yeah.
Like the most nerve-wracking bit is probably in the airport.
Oh, 100%.
Because you're on the UK side where we're the most judgy bunch of people, literally.
Yeah.
And you know that over here people are probably looking at you, watching you. The moment you step into a Disney park or Universal, no one cares.
Not at all.
And as much as anything, the people who do care are fully supportive.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You know, the amount of people that myself had, Chloe and Stephen had, we had together would come up to us and go, like, oh, are you vloggers? Or like, what is it you record? And like, what's your channel and stuff like that? Like, that side of it, amazing. Like, absolutely incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm annoyed with myself for not doing it. I'll be honest with you. But at the same time, we had such an amazing trip that I'm kind of not annoyed about it at the same time.
No, of course not, mate. This is the other thing about Orlando.
Go on, sorry.
I was just gonna say that with Orlando, like, you know, you've tried to not detract from the trip with the vlogging, but you've got you've had an amazing trip. Obviously, I've seen your stories, like spoke to you about what you've done.
Yeah.
And like those are memories for life. They're like, you know, you'll remember that, and that's what it's for, isn't it? It's for you and Mill to remember that you've had this amazing trip together. You know, you've gone to incredible places, stayed at incredible places, which we're going to get into.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's what it's about. I mean, we've got the camera for the pictures and the memories. Like but to be fair, like every trip is memories, isn't it? Like we can remember things we did in the first trip that we didn't do this trip, and it's amazing. And that's a good thing about Orlando is every holiday is different.
Yeah, 100%. Just to get into kind of like where you going to Orlando kind of started, as you're here yourself. When did you first go to Orlando?
God, it was pretty recent, to be fair. Well, I say recent. 2018 was the first time I went.
Nice. Cool.
But it was completely different because I stayed in a villa and we've done hotels since. But yeah, 2018, I caught the bug.
Yeah. Good man. When did you and Mill first go? Or is like, how many times have you been together?
That last trip was our third time together.
Nice.
Yeah. And that was it was just after COVID. So 2022, I want to say.
Cool. So did you do like 22, 23? What year are we now? 25?
No, we did 22, 20 last year, 24, and then this
nice.
year.
Nice. Love that. And what kind of made you, I suppose, fall in love with Orlando the first time in 2018? Anything in particular?
I don't know. It's something about America, isn't there? That really is just. I mean, I keep saying to everyone I'd move to America tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I haven't experienced the whole of America, so I can't really back up that claim that I've visited everywhere. But there's something about Florida. It's not even like the theme parks. It's just like the atmosphere of everywhere. The restaurants, the the cars.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything. Like you go there and it's just instantly you're in like a bubble, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people probably agree with. And then when you come out of that bubble, it's pretty depressing.
It definitely is, and we're gonna get onto that in a second. But where do you usually stay then? Because if you went 2018, you've been obviously a couple of times, you know, since then before this recent trip. Where have you normally stayed?
So 2018 was a villa.
Yeah, nice.
Which was amazing. Which I would obviously it doesn't really work out with it being two of us. I wouldn't. I know you probably wouldn't recommend the same if there's two of you to do a villa because it's not really price savvy.
I mean,
really,
cost effective, not as good. Like for a big group, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
First time we went, we did 3 weeks. We did the Rosen Inn International,
Yeah.
which again, people will look at the reviews and think straight away, no, I'm not staying there, because there is some pretty honking reviews of it. But when you get there,
it's fine, mate, isn't it? That's it.
the Rosens, honestly, I can't speak highly enough of. So clean. Like, the rooms might be dated, but the beds are so comfortable.
Yeah.
All the locations are like brilliant.
Yeah.
And again, they're just so convenient, aren't they? They're like the ones on iDrive. You've got all the strip of iDrive. And yeah, it's amazing. So first time me and Mill was Rosen Inn International. Second time we went, Rosen Inn International. But obviously we did a little 2-night stay at Kidani.
Nice.
Which is where we got engaged.
Amazing. Yeah.
I know. Memories. And then the last time we went, because obviously we'd both said that it was going to be the last trip in a while, I thought, you know what, we're going to go all out on this one. So the base we changed to Rosen Inn Lake Buena Vista.
Yeah.
Which out of both the Rosens, I would definitely recommend Lake Buena Vista one more. Only because what I figured out is, have you stayed there before? I can't remember.
Not Lake Buena Vista one. No. I've done normal and international as well. Yeah.
Well, what we found is it's in the middle of pretty much Disney and Universal.
Yeah.
So cheaper Uber Lyft if you're getting that to Disney, and cheaper to Universal. So it makes sense. There's not as much around there compared to iDrive, but yeah, it's recommend that one. It was good.
Yeah.
So we had that, like Buena Vista Rosen, and then we did a 2-night stay at the bucket list Grand Floridian.
Yeah, unreal.
Amazing.
What was your experience like? Because I mean, it looked stunning.
Mate, honestly, I've never felt so out of place somewhere. No, it's stunning. If you ever honestly, anyone gets the chance, I would. It's when you walk into the lobby and straight away you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Because that's why it was so amazing. Is we've always walked into the lobby and thought, right, we're never staying here.
Yeah.
Because it's so fancy and the smell. But you walk into the room as well, and it's so modern and it blows you away. It's completely different. You can't compare, and you kind of wish you hadn't done a stay there, because then you compare it to everywhere else, and it's just
it's like the pinnacle, though, isn't it? So,
oh mate, honestly, please, if you get the chance, Russ, you've got to do it.
I mean, it's going to happen. I can promise you that.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a DVC ownership with you. You've got the annual pass. That's the next.
Yeah, something's going to happen at some point.
Oh, it's going to happen.
I don't know when. I'll be honest with you. I'll be amazed if I don't go there within the next year. I don't know. I normally say these things.
You've got some booked, haven't you?
I don't have it booked yet, but if I can make it happen, I will.
But very quickly, I'll let you go on to the next segment in a second. But I've had a couple of people like message me on Instagram, like asking how we did the stays. So if anyone has got any questions, drop me a DM, because I found out like a better way to get higher points from people, other than going through like DVC rentals. Yeah. Because obviously they've got to make money somehow, haven't they? So
of course they do, yeah.
So they charge X amount, don't they, to like, and then we pay it. But I figured out if you go direct to owners, you can save a load of money. So if anyone wants any tips or anything, drop me a DM.
Yeah, good man.
And then very quickly, last one, we did 4 nights at Kidani as well.
So what a trip! I mean, that is just like, you've ticked off 2 of the bucket list ones in one go as well.
Amazing.
Literally unreal. And I trust that you both had, an incredible time.
It was stunning. And that's where I look back and I think, I wish I'd vlogged these bits, because they are like, because unless you own DVC, staying at the Grand Floridian and Animal Kingdom, I'm talking Animal Kingdom down like it's not even like an amazing resort.
Yeah.
But if you've never stayed at any of them, like the Grand Floridian, I wish I had the memories of like Mill's reaction of when, it was so funny. Like, because I don't know if anyone saw it. I put on my story, I don't know if you saw it, Ross. I put she has no idea that we're staying here.
I remember it because I remember talking to you about. I've been talking to you about it for months.
Yeah.
And obviously, I knew that you were going there.
Yeah.
Knowing full well that it's happening. So yeah, mate, I'm like absolutely buzzing, and like just so happy that you had an amazing time there.
Well, thank you. It's as I keep saying, once in a lifetime. Well, that's not even once in a lifetime, is it? Because it's possible to do it, but
that's it. But like, if you get the opportunity, and I'll say this to anyone, I'm a big advocate of like spend your money.
100%.
Make memories.
Come back with more memories. Yeah, come back with that memory now of staying there will forever be. And like Mill's reaction to us staying there, I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And that's the good bit, isn't it? It's all about making memories. And going back to why we like going to Orlando very quickly, that's why I keep going back, because every trip is different.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Which parks did you do on this trip then?
Oh, what didn't we do, mate? Other than the SeaWorld.
Okay,
we did.
Nice.
We did them all. Oh, and like Busch Gardens.
So all 4 Disney and all 3 Universal as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Which feels a bit weird to say nowadays, but
it does, doesn't it? That was special.
Yeah, we'll get on to Epic in a second. We're going to do a whole section on Epic.
Yeah.
We got to get into it. But did you do any activities outside of the parks as well as just the general parks?
Well, we just did the usual, like the outlets, the going out for tea. It's difficult, isn't it? Because I'll be honest, and I'm sure you'll agree, Ross, 2 weeks is not enough to do everything.
I mean, like, it doesn't matter how many times you've been, it's never enough time to do anything. Like you'll never get it all done. I did an episode. I mean, obviously, I did an episode a couple of weeks ago about can you do Orlando in 7 days? That was me basically saying I'm going to Orlando for 7 days and I haven't told anyone yet.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. So it was clever. I like a secret, but at the same time, my view was, can you do it? Yes. Can you experience everything? Absolutely not.
Oh,
no way. No way.
3 weeks. 3 weeks was hard enough. But 2 weeks, even 1 week, which is what I'm trying to convince Mill to do in October.
Yeah.
It's not enough at all. But yeah, we just did the usual activities like the outlets. It's going to the malls, everything like that. It's just a different experience, isn't it? Like,
love it.
Been so happy to just be in an outlet.
That's it, though, isn't it? It's like you've got, you're out there. You've got time. You can just chill. You can go do different activities. You're like, it doesn't matter what it is. You're in Orlando. You're having a great time. So yeah, I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. And this is the kicker of a question. And I don't normally ask people this, but I've got to ask it because I know you already said it to me. How are the Blues? How hard is it hitting?
It's not great at the moment, if I'm being honest. I'll be honest, I'm still a bit jet lagged. And we got back on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
It's a good job really that I set an alarm, because we were doing this podcast and I woke up at like 11:30, something like that. Sleeping pattern is everywhere, and the Blues are they're shocking, especially when you have such an amazing trip. I mean, everyone will feel the same. I mean, some people might be like, "Oh, get over it."
Nah, but the thing is, I think if you know, and you know that like that feeling of having, it's the countdown for so long, looking forward to this trip, looking forward to all the stuff you're going to do and these amazing memories you're going to make, then going to live in it and doing it and it being such an incredible time. And it's that back to reality when you come back. And I've had it before, and it's like I completely feel you, because I've had those times where I've come back, gone to work, and been like, I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to be in Orlando. I want that countdown again. And like it's rough. It really is. That's why I've never really done a proper episode on it, because honestly, it feels a bit negative, doesn't it?
Oh, it's
I mean, the only time I did an episode on it, I tried to spin it as a positive for the 100th, and that was the only way I could do it.
I could tell, I could see in the I could hear in your voice in the podcast that you felt.
Yeah,
you can because it's literally what you said. If you know, you know. Like, for example, like when I went back to work on Thursday, I'm like, oh, I feel awful.
Yeah, you're not
And
thinking about anything else other than just being on Orlando, isn't it?
and like everyone I'm working with is like, oh, get over it. You just had 2 weeks. And I'm like, you don't understand. It's a different feeling from not putting down any other holiday. Like when we come back from like Menorca, for example, like I'm sad, but like it's just a different type of
yeah,
being in a
100%.
bubble. And,
You said that you're trying to work on potentially a week in October if you can.
oh, yes.
Absolutely. And let's go on to something super positive. Let's go from the Blues to something super positive. Epic Universe. Come on. Like, I've been buzzing to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to go to Epic Universe, didn't you? So
yeah, that was an experience. It was another surprise that I'd got from Mill. Obviously, I didn't even know about it, and I was like these previews because obviously I knew they did the annual pass previews.
yeah.
Obviously I wasn't an annual pass holder at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw like an article on Facebook, and it was like, oh, they've opened like preview to like just the general public, which I was thinking, oh, it's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Because then they've just taken away like the annual pass privileges, haven't they? Which it wasn't. You got to be honest, Ross. You probably think the same. Are you an annual pass holder at Universal?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Be honest now. Did it annoy you that Universal did like the annual pass, not the non-annual pass, because it takes away, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate, it was so annoying. I basically, myself, Chloe, and Stephen, we had this conversation a few weeks ago. We were like, if previews get released, we're going to jump on it. Like, Chloe and Stephen are both on the phone at the same time. Like, I think Chloe's on the phone for 2 hours trying to get a ticket, managed to secure it. We're buzzing for it. And then 3 days later, they just go, oh, yeah, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
We're like, well, what was the mad rush about? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we've gone to all this like effort to try and get the ticket. And then they just released it to anyone anyway. So that, it felt a bit of a kick in the teeth. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, to be fair, I'll be honest, it was so easy to get them as well. You literally just jumped on the app. I was expecting it because it was a huge queue. I think I was like, I don't care, to wait about half an hour.
Yeah.
And just book the ticket but going on to it very quickly is like, I definitely booked it for the wrong day.
Right.
Like in terms of like jet lag. Because I thought it was a good idea.
What day did you book on then?
So we got there on the Monday.
Yeah.
Did it on the Tuesday.
Okay.
First day there.
Yeah. Okay, I feel you. Like, because the problem is that's one of those parks that inevitably you want to get the most out of it. So you're going to want to be there, park open to park close.
Yeah.
Which on a day one, it can be a tall order, can't it?
Wouldn't ever recommend, if there's ever another park opening, to do it on your first day.
Yeah.
Only because we had the one day to do it, and that was all.
Yeah.
So we had to do everything. But as we'll get onto it now, we had a really, really good day in terms of ride availability, queue times. It was amazing.
Yeah. What was your first impressions of Epic Universe?
Well, I was saying to Mel, really, because we got off. Obviously, we got the bus from City Walk, like the Epic Universal bus, and then you pull into like the new bus centre, and you got like the music playing, and like straight away I got goosebumps. I said to Mel, I've got goosebumps already. And you walk around the long path, and you've got like the ticket centre bit, and then obviously you got that first big portal. And I'll be honest, I didn't get teary eyed, but I kind of like, you know, when you get goosebumps that much that you feel like you're tearing up.
Yeah.
It was stunning, and like the music, they put so much effort into like the music. It's like, you probably found the same. It's
attention to detail. Attention to detail on everything in that park I thought was sensational.
It's a different level compared to any of the other parks, in my opinion. But it will be, won't it? Because it's like the flagship.
Exactly that. But at the same time, like, you know, I'm going to shout about this park a lot in the next few months. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
This should be the best park in Orlando.
Oh,
and because it's purpose built, isn't it? It's purpose built at this time with IPs that are relevant, with things with you know, stuff that we know people like, shows people like ride systems people like, technology that's ahead of its game. Yeah. All of this you get to come at once. Whereas you think of like a Magic Kingdom, and it's not to talk down on a Magic Kingdom, but it's a park that's been there for 50 years. Yeah. Therefore, everything that's in there has either been, it is day one attraction, it's been replaced, or it's been refurbished.
Yeah.
So it's not a purpose-built park anymore. It's been added to, things have been changed. Whereas Epic Universe go, right, this is, like you said, this is the blueprint. This is from scratch, perfectly how we would build a park.
Yeah,
So
and it's probably, and what makes it even more exciting is if we get any sort of park like this in the UK, how amazing that's going to be. But
unbelievable.
we're going back to Epic. Yeah, so you've got the main portal. You walk through that, and then you're just like confronted with like this landscape. It's just it's lit to chef's kiss, isn't it? It's
yeah, an unbelievable part, literally top to bottom, just everything about it. Was there any rides that you didn't manage to get on?
I might trigger a few people here, but we didn't do the Harry Potter one.
Yeah, okay.
The Wizard in the World. But we both weren't that bothered because we don't watch Harry Potter.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
we're not Harry Potter fans, so I can imagine a lot of people being devastated if they didn't get to do that ride.
Yeah,
but we kind of walked away from it thinking, we're gutted, but at the same time, we're not like, going home and thinking, wish we'd done that. But yeah, so we started off in How to Train Your Dragon land, which the theming on that, I'm going to put it out there, is the best out of all the lands.
Nice.
I felt like I was in the film.
I've had a couple of people say this, I love this because, I mean, obviously I've had a few conversations about Epic at this point, and honestly, the amount of people who are saying that they think How to Train Your Dragon is the one, like, it surprises me a little bit because I've got my own opinion, but like, I love it. I think the land's awesome. Like, so good.
I think it was just because like the way that you've got hiccups, like the way that they've made it to integrate with like the water and the backdrop, and it's lit. It's honestly, I get goosebumps like thinking about it now.
Yeah.
And the music as well, like the theme tune to How to Train Your Dragon. Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
top tier. Is there anything, I've got to ask this question, it feels a bit negative, but like, is there anything that didn't live up to your expectations in the park? Is there anything that kind of missed for you?
Oh God,
it feels a bit loaded, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't.
No. I'll be straight up front with you. I don't want to lie and go, oh yeah, everything was 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
there was 3 things I actually have on my list.
Okay.
3 things. People might disagree with me here, so I don't want people punching the radios and whatever they're listening to it on. First one is about the whole park. Are we saying about the whole park, or
just go for anything? Hey, go for anything, yeah.
First one is the shade.
Okay, yeah.
I felt like I was baking in some of the queues, and if you think about it, Russ, I'm sure people who have been as well, a lot of the queuing is outside.
Yeah, it is.
And they haven't got like parasols like they have at Disney, have they? And pretty much, other than the dual, I forgot what it's called. Stardust.
Stardust, yeah.
So that's my first one, the shade. So take sun cream.
Yeah.
And a hat or something. Second one is, this might have people raging, Monsters Unchained. I don't think it was as amazing as I thought it was going to be.
Interesting. I find that's interesting. Lies.
don't get me wrong. The animatronics were like out of this world.
Some of the best you've ever seen, isn't it? Yeah.
I felt like I was going to get attacked by Frankenstein.
Yeah.
That's how good they are. That they look real. But in terms of ride, I just didn't. Is it Forbidden? I'm so bad with the ride names. Forbidden
Journey over it. Yeah.
I prefer the ride to that.
Really? That does surprise me, to be fair.
If I could replace, I'd swap the rides. Okay. The way that the rides operate. I'd keep the animatronics from Monsters, but I'd swap the ride over.
Okay. So the interesting thing is, and I think there's a conversation with regards to Forbidden Journey a lot, that it makes people feel sick. Yeah. And the reason being is because the screens are so big, and you go from massive screens where you can't see anything except screen to then you go to live prop. Whereas Frankenstein's Experiment, or whatever it's called, because I can't remember what the name of it is, that is a lot more live prop, and the screens are integrated into the set opposed to full set. So like, and I see what they've done. Personally, I love it, but I get what you mean. I'm not saying at all that
I didn't like it. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got off and I was saying to Mill, oh, it is a good ride. It's a good ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't dislike it at all. But if the queue was anything over 60 minutes, I don't think
No,
I
I
wouldn't
think
rush to it, if you know what I mean.
I get you. Yeah, that's
Whereas,
fair.
whereas 60 minutes to some people might be like a really good queue time for that when the park eventually gets to full capacity.
Yeah.
As I said, got off it and I thought, wow, that is a good ride. But at the same time, when I thought back out about it, I was thinking, is it as good as they bigged it up? Because isn't it like the second most expensive ride or something like that? I think I read.
Yeah, I totally believe it.
I think the only one above it is Guardians at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, my third one is this is actually the only one I was really disappointed with. I can't remember. Is it the Curse of Well? I can't remember what it is. The spinning coaster.
Yeah, see, it was closed when I went, so I didn't do it. So
I
won't
ruin it too much for you. But like, in my opinion, they had an opportunity there to make like one of the best spinning coasters.
Yeah.
But it felt less than Tron.
Right. Okay.
And me and Mill both got off it and we were like, oh, that had potential to be like a really good ride.
Yeah. Just kind of felt like it just got going and then went, oh, cool, you're off.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think. We were both shocked when it went back into the station. Like, oh, is there going to be like another launch or something?
Yeah.
But no. But again, I feel like I'm moaning about it, but we had such a good time. And as I said, the day we went on, everything was open all day. Not one thing was closed. And I know I saw a lot of people, like even yourself, you just said that it was closed. Like a lot of people getting closer to the park opening, a lot of the rides shut down, didn't they? Which isn't really, it's not fair, is it really?
No, the thing is, I think we just had to be understanding that it was still in preview.
Yeah.
And it was like, there is a chance that there's not going to be stuff open because Werewolf wasn't open and Ministry wasn't open either. So, yeah. But at the same time, like, and I know you're not talking negative on the park. I think it's the thing that I would say is that everything else in the park is so good that actually, like, we're lucky to have this park. And I think that, you take either of those rides you've talked about in Dark Universe and you put them in any park anywhere.
And it's the best ride.
Like, that's it. So, like, I think that's a testament to how good this park is. It's sensational. It really, really is. And I'll get into like kind of rides and stuff in a minute, just in case.
Yeah.
It kind of answers one of my final questions before we get there. But was there kind of like a best snack or drink that you had in the park?
Well, yeah. We're not big snackers in parks, if I'm being honest, but we did try like the viral ones on TikTok. So like the mac and cheese cone.
Yeah.
Which, again, the bread on it. Oh my goodness!
It was like a garlic bread, like literally like macaroni and cheese and like a garlic bread, basically, wasn't it?
Mate, whatever they've got in that bread is like.
Yeah, it was banging.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I had it. It was so good.
but again, the mac and cheese, I wish they'd done a bit more flavour. But again, people like what they like, and we both enjoyed it. And like, it's just sitting there eating that while looking at the scenery of How to Train Your Dragon. It's just amazing. And then I'll be honest with you straight away, we didn't have anything else because I think that's massive, isn't it? The mac and cheese cone.
It is big, yeah.
Definitely worth. Is it $11?
Yeah, value for money wise, I thought actually really good.
Really good value, and that filled us up for the rest of the day. But yeah, that's all we had, and then just got to take advantage of the free water refill stations, which if people, I think a lot of people don't realize they've got them, do they?
Yeah, that's it. Just got to utilize it, be a bit smart with it. But I mean, what a part! Like what an addition! What an incredible place! But also, like, I feel like it's so well thought out. I feel like the Celestial Park area, especially, like, that's not an area I really expected to kind of like wow me. And like, what an area that you could basically just go and spend a lot of time in doing not a lot.
Oh, 100%. Like, you walk, as I said, like when you walk into the park the first time and like you've got like that viewing area where you can just look out at, you've got the hotel in the background, Helios, and you're just like, they have done such a good job here. And it's completely different, isn't it? It kind of reminds me of you might completely disagree here, but the way that the lands are, and you've got like one big hub, is Hollywood Studios where you've got that big center,
Yeah.
like, and then you've got the different lands off to different sides. But obviously, it's nowhere near on the scale of Hollywood Studios.
No, that's it. I think that it's so clever, because I think that the main thing that I found is you could walk into Celestial Park and it actually felt quite quiet, because it's such a big area and it's very spaced out. It's very kind of like, it's quite tranquil was a word I think I used. And then you go through these portals and it's like, oh, where are the crowds? Oh, they're in here. Like Super Nintendo. I mean, like, that place is gonna be carnage.
That's
yeah.
Walking into that, I don't know if you got the same feeling, but it was, again, just instant goosebumps.
Yeah, like loved it. And I thought, like, in terms of unique lands, each and every single land in there, all the 4 different lands, felt so different.
Yeah.
And it felt like literally you walk through that portal and you can't see Celestial Park. You forget about the entire park. Just, special.
You come out of that land and you're like, oh, there's still another like 3 lands.
Yeah.
Even like the middle bit to like go, and it's just
and
amazing.
having like almost lands in lands. I think, like, obviously How to Train Your Dragon is just a massive land, like kind of in like a horseshoe shape, wasn't it? Kind of go around. But like, Dark Universe is a bit different in terms of you kind of go up to the top towards the ride and then you come back down it to get out. But I think of like the Harry Potter section, it's more of like a T, but then you go into the actual ministry as well. It's like a section in a section. Like
how they've made like Wizarding World, like Harry Potter section look is just,
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Like, I've never been to Paris before, but Mel has, and she like walked through the portal and she was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They've gone to a next level, haven't they? They've gone to a next level with this park. And to be fair, it's paid off. And I know a lot of people are complaining about it though, aren't they? Which is, I mean, it sounds like I've complained about a couple of things. But the main issue I have seen is the shade. But trees are growing still, aren't they? And they'll add stuff in. But as I said, you've got to understand they probably added it in now. It wouldn't surprise me now the park's open, they've added it in. Yeah,
exactly that. I think that's it. I think if anyone, if anyone's complaining about this park, like, I feel biased saying it, but I think this is the best park in Orlando. I don't think there's any argument. I feel like it doesn't have the nostalgia. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't have like that feeling of walking down a main street or like walking down a sunset.
But it won't yet, though, will it? It won't yet. The more times you go, it'll
exactly that. The more the times you make memories in the park, all that kind of stuff, and like it's established more. Like that's what.
What we've got to bear in mind. What we've got to bear in mind is we only did one day, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had one day to look at the park. Obviously, we'll be going back. We'll all be going back. But in that moment of time, you want to make your day worthwhile, don't you?
Yeah.
So, like, you're thinking, oh, how can I make the best? So that day for us was just queue after queue after queue after queue, which we would never do in any other park.
Yeah.
I think we did like 26,000 steps.
Yeah,
just to put it into like perspective of how many steps we did. But yeah, going back to like Mario Land, stunning. Goosebumps. How to Train Your Dragon, stunning. Goosebumps. That's what I'd literally, a word to describe it would be goosebumps, because it's like wow.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. That's literally it. I suppose moving on from Epic Universe briefly to the next little kind of section of my podcast called Keep Updating Close.
Yeah.
I've given you, I don't know why, I went for Magic Kingdom theme. I've got no idea why.
Yeah.
But I've gone for Space Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Jungle Cruise.
Why have you done this to me, Ross? Because I like 3 of my favourites.
One of them I definitely knew was one of your favourites. Yeah. They're always calculated, but these decisions, don't worry.
I'm going to go with Jungle Cruise close.
Okay. Any reason in particular?
I love it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be bothered if it closed.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Oh, now this is the hard bit. I'm just looking at my notes now because I wrote them down. Update Space Mountain.
Okay.
And you know what? I wouldn't update the ride. I'd update the ride carriages because they are some of the most uncomfortable for a big
Yeah,
boy as well. Oh my god, my knees, my legs are cramping every time I sit into that cart.
yeah,
No matter where I sit, the front, back, middle, it's so that is the only thing I'd update. I'd keep the ride because that is just pure nostalgia,
yeah,
and I'd just change the ride carriages.
yeah. Nice. Feel you. Yeah.
And then, I can't even believe you put this on, but
This
keep
was the
Pirates
one
of
I
the
knew you liked.
Mate, the last couple of days I've seen 4 TikToks saying that Pirates of the Caribbean's like one of the worst rides.
Nah, like that's rough. It's don't get me wrong, like, and you could say this for any ride. Not a lot happens, but it's nostalgic. It
Was
looks
that?
great. It smells great. It's got a great story. It's got, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. Like, don't get me wrong,
yeah,
I'm there with it. Like, but at the same time, a lot of people say this about like Na'vi River Journey or say this about Jurassic River Adventure, and just be like, yeah, but not a lot happens. Well, what
it's a
do you want?
different
Like,
ride.
do you want it to go upside down? Like, do you know
Yes.
what I mean?
It's a boat ride. You've got to take it in. It's like based off like the original one in California, and they've kind of adapted it for
Yeah,
parts of the Caribbean. That ride is that's the first ride we did in Magic Kingdom. Walk on, and
nice.
and it was being in there makes you feel like that was when I like first felt like we're
We're
we're in
back.
Disney.
Yeah,
We're in Disney. Yeah, so yeah, keep if they
nice.
close that, I'll be devastated.
Yeah, I can't see it ever happening. I mean, they're literally just opening that new kind of restaurant bar area, aren't they?
Mm.
Pirates ain't going anywhere.
They
No.
need to do more. They need to do more of the area, in my opinion, of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's such a big
Oh,
franchise. To only have one, like, I'm not going to call it a small ride, but definitely
yeah,
need to do more.
yeah, 100%. I think like, if you had a more themed land, a more dedicated land specifically to pirates, I think people would love it. Like
Yeah,
as a franchise, like like I don't think there's many people out there who don't enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean as a franchise.
exactly.
Like it's a win, isn't it? So
Yeah.
yeah, good shout. So yeah, we're gonna keep Pirates. We are gonna update Space Mountain. We are gonna close Jungle Cruise. Nice.
Well, I wouldn't even say update Space Mountain, as I said. I'd say
Yeah,
keep ride,
just a ride carriage.
new
Yeah,
theming. Everything is like that music when you're walking in the queue.
yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
Banging, absolute bang. I did. You felt I hadn't done it in my trip in December, January. I did it this trip, and I laughed my way the whole way around it. Loved it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, classic. Right, and leads me on to my final 5 questions. So this is interesting because we're talking first questions, favorite ride. This includes Epic Universe now. We're opening it up, 7 parks. I'm not saying it has to be Epic Universe, but it's in there. It's in the running. So favorite ride, whole of Orlando. Go on, where are we going?
Oh God. Velocicoaster.
Okay. Let's have a chat. Go on.
Sorry. Velocicoaster. But Hagrid's is so close behind now because we managed to do a night ride.
Yes.
And
Nice.
night ride Hagrid's. Oh my goodness.
Levels it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. Honestly, if anyone gets the chance to do it at night time, go into the park like half an hour before it closes, just as it's get into the queue just as it's starting to go dark. And that at night time was amazing.
Yeah.
But Velocicoaster.
Yeah, but I mean both of them, to be fair, both of those as night rides, like 2 of the best rides anywhere as a night ride. Yeah.
I'm getting onto Velocicoaster. I am bricking it.
Okay.
No matter how many times I ride it, that ride before I get on it, I'm like shaking. Like,
Yeah.
Mel, it's weird because Mel finds it like fine, which is like really surprising. But I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking at the top hat and I'm thinking, I don't know if I can go on this. I've done it before, but I'm looking at it now. I'm like, it just gets worse every time I look at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, Velocicoaster. And I'll speak very quickly for Mel because I know that her favorite ride is Expedition Everest.
Yeah. Nice. That's a classic. Always gets a smile, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Always good fun. Yeah. Absolute classic. Question. Did you do Stardust races?
Oh yes, of course we did.
Thoughts?
Intense.
Yeah, I know this
Very.
is it, because I
Mel
know.
Black.
Yeah, no, okay, okay. It's because you might have heard me say this at this point. I think Stardust is. I think it overtakes Velocicoaster.
Hmm. You know what?
It's really difficult because they're different. They're very different rides, but I think
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're both top tier. You know, I put Stardust and Hagrid's at the same kind of level. Literally, just I don't even have a favorite ride. That sounds silly. To it like
Yeah, no, but this is
they're
it. There's so many
all.
amazing ones. Like this
I
is
have,
it.
yeah, I have them three are
Yeah,
now like
yeah, just mad.
all absolutely top tier roller coasters. Stardust Races is really intense. Obviously, we only went on the left side as well.
Yeah,
The what color side's that? The
left is.
green. I don't know
Is
what
in
we're
like,
talking.
is in if you're in the like the
If you're in the queue, you go to
left
the
is
left
yellow.
hand side.
Oh, I think that's yellow. I think.
Is it yellow? Yeah.
Think
The
it's
the
yellow. I
less
think that's
intense
yellow.
side.
The less intense is green. Okay, right. Yellow is intense.
Not the side where it barrel rolls over the top of you.
Yeah, I think you've done green. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you thought that was intense, then yellow might be different.
No, I wanted to do. It's quite funny really because I tried to walk to the side of the green.
Yeah.
But Mill kind of saw me. I was like, no, we're not doing that
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And then obviously got onto it and like that, just that first bit, like the music, like the train, they managed to like the sounds integrated into the seat.
Yeah.
And like you go around that first like roll and you both come up and you meet each other just before the launch. And them launches are somewhat different, honestly, because it's different to Velocicoaster, isn't it? Because Velocicoaster's that first big launch.
Yeah.
And you go up over the top hat. But Stardust Races is like, you've got that first launch, haven't you? Where you're thinking, oh, crap, we're not actually going that quick to go over the top hat. And then just as you go up, you're like straight up over the hat and down. And it's
mad ride. Like, honestly,
brilliant.
I mean, the fact that those four coasters, we're talking about both sides of Stardust, Velocicoaster and Hagrid's, are all in like Universal Parks. To be fair, I'd stick Wing Gliders in there as well.
Oh, 100%.
Like
a brilliant coaster. But I will say, very quickly with that one, is again, being a bigger guy, even though I'm not huge,
yeah,
the seats there are really
quite tight,
aren't they? And I feel bad for people who are like of a larger size because they won't be able to ride that. And I think the way they've done like the it's really narrow. That's what I found. Like because obviously it's a pull down lap bar, isn't it? And I just found the lap bar to be really narrow, like the sides of the seats. So I just feel bad that people might not be able to ride that because it's not the most like size inclusive ride. Because I'm not fat, if you know what I mean, but like my legs really struggle to get into that. I had to cross my legs over.
yeah.
So I just feel bad that people might not be able to ride that. But you never know; they might bring out like a back carriage like on Tron. You never know; they might do in the future. That's a great ride, really good.
Yeah.
The way it integrates with the land and stuff, amazing.
Yeah, stunning and unexpected. I think it's probably fair to say as well.
Oh, definitely. It's like the same style as Hagrid's, isn't it?
Yeah.
That kind of like launch, integrating bends. Amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Leads me on from favourite ride to favourite park then. What do you reckon?
Epcot.
Epcot? Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it about Epcot that makes it your favourite park then?
It's the vibes of Epcot. It's like I managed to see the mariachi band for the first time because every time I go, I'm like praying that they're on.
Yeah.
Because they only do like certain times of the day, don't they? And I've never got to see them. And like I was standing there, mate, and I'm not even joking. I was like tearing up because I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in Epcot, and I'm in like a themed Mexico land, and I'm watching a mariachi band play.
Yeah,
and it was amazing because
living your best. Living your best life. That's it.
Like this from the crowd. just started joining in with the mariachi band, and then they let him sing, and I just thought, you know what, this is exactly what going to Orlando should feel like.
Yeah, definitely. And hidden gem, kind of like, or most underrated attraction or ride or show, whatever you want.
You'll laugh at this. So I've got a couple, because one of them was closed this time.
Okay.
Hall of Presents.
Okay, interesting.
Mate, I love these like little shows that they've got. Like, they're so interesting.
Yeah.
And it's the best aircon in Disney. I'm not even
joking. That's fair.
You're sweating. You walk into that Hall of Presidents theatre, and you're just set. You could fall asleep in that, actually. Then going back to Epcot, hidden gem is it American Adventure, the other theatre show that they've got, like the auditorium. Very patriotic. You kind of come out there thinking, it's a bit cringy, but at the same time, amazing. Hidden gem. And then another one I didn't realize was in Epcot, Canada, in the Canadian section.
I don't even know what's in there.
I
can't. I'll be honest, I can't say I've ever spent much time in Canada.
No, we walked through, like, you know, you got the steps that go up to like a little. It looks as if it goes up into like a waterfall kind of section. It's meant to be like Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
You walk down the bottom of that, they've got like a Canada the Great show. It's like it's a 360-degree screen.
Okay.
And you like stood up, and it just shows you about Canada.
Nice. I'll have to check it out, mate. I've never seen it. I'm
not even joking. Me and Mel walked in, and they're like, bloody hell, we've not seen this before, and it's amazing. It's like full on like 4K, like I said, 360-degree, and you come out there thinking, I want to go Canada now.
Yeah.
You've sold me.
Sold me on it. Love it. And from kind of underrated to overrated, bit of controversy potentially. Ooh. Go on, most overrated ride. Who are we going to upset today?
God, I've upset a lot of people already, probably. Can I say overrated park?
Well, you can go for it if you want.
Hollywood Studios.
Really? Okay, go on, talk to me.
Right, there's a couple. I like Rock and Roller by Aerosmith.
Yeah.
I like Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
Which you don't even want to ask like Mel's reaction on that. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. I think she's shook up from that ride. But I still make her go on it, bless her. She's a trooper. But yeah, I don't know. The whole park, I just don't. But yeah, no, I don't know. I just think if they closed the park and did like a whole renovation of it, and like I was going to Florida and I had it like booked, I wouldn't be that bothered that it was closed, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. It's stunning. Like, I love walking down like the boulevard, and you've got like Tower of Terror just standing there, just looking at you, intimidating. But other than that, it doesn't bother me, if you know. It tends to be the part we do the least of.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And the thing is, it's like, unless you're really into Star Wars,
which I'm not, again. Harry Potter and Star Wars. I'm so sorry.
So immediately, like, that being probably the biggest selling point of the park, other than Tower of Terror. I think Tower of Terror is probably like the one for everyone. But like, I think Galaxy's Edge is a huge selling point. Toy Story Land, like, obviously, if you enjoy that area, then you can get a lot out of it. If you're not as bothered about the shows, if we're talking about Indiana Jones, Frozen, Beauty and the Beast, if those aren't that of interest to you, there ain't a lot for this park.
Again, it's Fantasmic. I'll quickly go into that at the end. Like, Fantasmic, we didn't manage to do, which I'm annoyed about.
Yeah.
But that was because I managed to sort something with Disney that allowed us to like go back on the tickets, if you know what I mean. I'll let you. I'll tell you that after.
Yeah.
We didn't do Fantasmic, which I'm gutted about, because we didn't even know about that, annoyingly, somehow. Even though I've been like 4 times, didn't know about it.
Right.
And then I'm sorry, guys, if I've annoyed anyone. I know.
The thing is, like, this is it. I think we all have different opinions on parks, and we all get different things from parks as well. Like some people, you know, I'm a ride guy. Like I'm going for rides, but at the same time, like I also appreciate Epcot for what it is.
Yeah.
Because Epcot is not about rides. You know, there's one or two like
Yeah.
fairly bigger ones, but like in
Yeah.
terms of the park, it's a very different vibe. It's a very different experience. I get it. Like, so, you know, Hollywood Studios, if it's not ticking the boxes, like I understand it, you know, it's totally fair.
It's not even that it's not ticking the boxes. Like it's, I feel bad saying I wouldn't, you know what I mean? You get what I mean? Like people have their favorite park. It's just,
of course.
I put it down at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
Whereas Millie would put it higher up.
I also, you know, I understand because I'm to be fair, my favorite Disney park is probably Hollywood Studios, but I know that it gets a lot of hype, but I'm a Star Wars fan, so immediately I'm biased to it because of that. But at the same time, there's a lot of things in the park that I'm not that bothered about. So I totally understand it and I get it. And that, you know, that's what makes Orlando fun though, isn't it? Because we all get different experiences. And also, how many times do we go out to Orlando and our favorite part changes because you have a different experience, or you know, something's been added to a park and you go, actually, because of this, I love this part now. So yeah, no, I fully respect it. Fully respect the opinion on it. And leads me into final question being, what is your best thing to do outside of the theme parks? Can still be in the bubble, but like outside the parks.
Well, it's a tough question, really. Because quickly going back to like how we do Disney, we don't hire a car.
Okay, yeah.
We haven't got the freedom, if you know what I mean, to be able to go to the beach and like Cocoa Beach, which I did in the first trip I did. So Cocoa Beach, stunning. If you get the chance to go to Cocoa Beach, have you done Cocoa Beach?
No, never done it.
Oh my goodness, white sand, sea is like warm, which is weird. That's amazing. But then as going back to it, you've got the outlets and stuff, and just having an amazing time
in Orlando. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and actually, going to World of Food Trucks and trying.
Nice, haven't done it. I've heard some good stuff about it. To be fair,
do you like Mexican food?
Love a bit of Mexican food.
Have you seen like birria tacos, birria quesadilla? Mate, there's a food truck called Blessed Food Truck, like Food Valley Truck or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And they do like birria tacos, and oh my goodness, stunning. So other food trucks.
Nice.
It's a bit out of the way. It's in Kissimmee, opposite Old Town.
Okay, how far? That's not too far out though. What, like half an hour?
Well, if you're on like iDrive side,
I suppose if I suppose you're iDrive side a bit further. Yeah.
But it's really good there.
Nice, good shout. I mean, mate, this has been a lot of fun. That's all my questions as ever. Like you've been absolutely brilliant. You really have, and like, you know, I've loved talking to you. I've loved hearing about you know, your opinions on rides, parks, hearing about your trip. You know, hearing about the blues as well, and being honest about vlogging and stuff like that. Like it's been, you know, a really, really enjoyable pod, and I hope you've enjoyed it, mate.
No, it's been brilliant. Can I quickly just say one thing?
Go on, mate. You go for it.
No. Just to help people out, what I figured out. I know we're going a bit over time.
You're all right.
What I realized is I went onto like Disney Experience app at the end of our trip, and somehow we'd still got 6 days worth of Disney days.
Okay.
Don't know how. I think it's because we've been park hopping a lot of the holiday.
Yeah.
Anyway, went over to guest services. I mean, obviously, this doesn't matter to you, like you, because you've got your annual pass now.
No, no. Yeah.
But,
someone's doing well.
that's gonna be one day, hopefully. But basically, Disney have managed to give us 6 days of our tickets back.
Nice, that's
so
cool.
We can, including like the park hopper and the water parks. So, yeah, if anyone, it's worth trying, because the lady on the desk said that maybe they wouldn't be able to do it because obviously we get such discounted tickets, don't we?
Yeah.
So 3 days to go back. So
nice.
To
that's why you got a week. That's why
exactly.
Find some cheap flights. It's on.
Amazing. And then very quickly as well, shout out to Morgraine.
Oh, legend.
The kindest, and honestly, we got to spend like an evening with her in Epcot, and she is literally just as how she is on camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amazing.
She's absolutely great. Like, honestly, obviously I had her on a pod 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, loved
Like,
it.
what a lovely, genuine person. The same as yourself, and like, you know,
Like everyone
it
is.
epitomizes this community, doesn't it? It really does. Yeah. So great shout. This was the episode with Lew from Lew and Mill. It was a shame that Mill couldn't join us, unfortunately. She wasn't feeling too well. But myself and Lew had a fantastic chat. And honestly, he's been so supportive of so many people on Instagram in the community. So please do go and show them some support. A really good guy, a really great chat that we had. So I really enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed recording it. And I will speak to you all in the next one.